Good evening, guys. Tonight I'm going to present StockAwesome. I guess you can sort of guess from the name that StockAwesome, it's an application that has to do with stocks. More specifically, it's an application that's going to help you, regular people, to better manage your savings and your stocks. I know it might not sound sexy, but you need it. So why did I decide to do this project? Before joining Ironhack and learning how to code here, I actually studied finance for 5 years. I have a master's in financial markets from Dauphine. And I guess you can say that I'm interested in both technology and code, so it seemed like a natural fit for me. Let's do a stock app. You can also see my GitHub and my Twitter account if in case you're interested by my code or my random thoughts. And so, okay, I'm interested in both code and technology, in both code and finance, but why do StockAwesome specifically? First of all, because I've noticed from my own experience that there are few alternatives to what I'm offering, to the segment of the market that I'm offering, which is regular people. And secondly, because the timing is right. So why do I say that there are few alternatives? Today, if you want to manage your stocks, you basically have two options. The first one looks like this. It's called Bloomberg. It is super helpful for people who actually need all the stuff it offers, but most people can't afford it because it costs more than $1,000 a month. And then you're not going to use this. I mean, come on. The second option is this. It's websites, it's broker websites. Like this is a screenshot from Boursorama, one of the most popular broker accounts in France. And I mean, first of all, the UI isn't great, but that's not the most important thing. If you look over here, this is all info that changes from second to second. It's about the order book, for those of you who understand a little bit of finance. So this info is going to be obsolete after 10 minutes. That's not what I'm interested in when I'm going to check up on my savings or how I'm doing, how my investments are doing. Because I'm not a day trader. I don't use this website to check on it like 50 times a day. I only want to check on my website from week to week or even less than that. And I want something that gives me a better overview, not info that's going to be obsolete after 5 minutes. So that's what I did actually. This is my website. And first of all, it looks nicer. Come on. Second of all, I've tried to give a sort of big overview of what's happening. So here you have a 5-year chart that shows you, the long-term price movement of the stock. And then over there, you've got some info that is yearly info and info that gives a more general overview about the stock. So just what size is the company, what is its beta, like its correlation to the market, some more info that is interesting to see if the company is overvalued or undervalued. Just a very quick glance, like that's what I went for. So now it's time for the demo. So let's log in. I just created like a demo account, it's empty, just so that you can skip the testing, the sign up. So I'm logging in, and this is the first thing you're going to see when you log in when you create your account in StockAwesome. It's basically empty, that's normal. And the first thing you want to do is add a portfolio. So usually, wait, I think I'm going to zoom a little bit because, yeah. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is create a portfolio. Usually people like having different portfolios because one of them is like focused on the US, one of them is focused on Europe, sorry, right. One of them is focused on the US, one of them is focused on Europe. And that's not the case in my application because so far I only support US stocks, so it's going to be a US stock portfolio. But I don't know, let's say it's going to be a technology portfolio. Or does anybody want something else? I don't know. All right, so. There you go, tech portfolio. And let's start with $10,000. Why not? Too late. You can create another one though with 1 million. So, all right, this is our tech portfolio now. Somebody shout out the stock. What stock do you want to buy?
Amazon.
Amazon, all right. So over there we want to buy a stock. There you go, we have Amazon. This here is actually the real-time price, so if you want to check on Google, the real-time Amazon price, it's actually this. Do you believe me or do you want to check? So there we go, we bought the Amazon stock. Let's add another stock too now. Come on, another tech stock.
Facebook.
All right, Facebook. Sorry for the audio. So There you go, we bought 2 stocks. Over there you can see our portfolio. So this is the portfolio. Over there are the transactions, so sort of the history of what happened. We can buy stocks, sell stocks. We can check up on the details of the stock. So this is an Amazon stock, for example. As I said before, you can see the chart, some info. And then over here, we've got a small description of the company and then a list of peers. So, Amazon, then we've got eBay over here. And then when you come back to the home page, you actually get the news related to the stocks that you added in your portfolio. So over here, you're going to see Amazon and Facebook, for example. You can click over here, and it takes you to the article when it loads. So there you go. That's sort of it for my application. But since Ironhack is actually a bootcamp, a coding bootcamp, and not like an incubator, I decided to add a feature that's more of an experimental feature and less of like a business feature. So, I'm interested in progressive web apps, so I decided to do is, let's go offline. There's no Wi-Fi over here. And if you reload your application, you're not going to get like the green screen, like when you do over here, for example. We're not online. We're going to get this nice UI. So that's something I wanted to add, and I'm pretty happy I did. All right. So yeah, what's next? I really want to add a stock screener. It's like something that allows you to discover stocks more easily. If you say, for example, I want stocks in the tech sector with those characteristics, so I think this would be a pretty useful feature for our users. And then when it comes to what I learned and the challenges, I learned to work with complicated data models. So I had to tear down my data models actually in the beginning. So for example, this is my portfolio schema. I had to change it a few times to get it right because from the very beginning, I couldn't get it right from the first time because it was my first time working with an app where the data is going to change so much and in so many different ways. The second thing is a lot of API calls, basically. There's API calls all over the place. I'm doing API calls from the clients to get real-time stock data. I'm doing API calls to my database to get the financial info of the stock, and then API calls to IEX to get the news. So thank you. That was my presentation. If you guys are interested in this application and you have some feedback or you want to talk about it, feel free to come to me after the Hackshow is over. And if you are looking for awesome web developers to join you in your startup or somebody you know, talk to me. All right, questions? Sure.
If you go back to your page,
yes.
You don't have any more. Okay, it was 9992.
Oh yeah, the portfolio over here. Yes, it's less than what it was before. And you can see like there's minus 0.02% already, plus 0.05. I don't know. Yeah.
So my question is, what is this value?
Oh, this value is simply like the value of the full portfolio. So take the sum of the cash and the stocks, and you get this value. It's the value of your portfolio.
In real time.
Yeah. Yeah, almost. Yeah.
What would you add next in terms of feature?
I guess the most important feature I would add next is a stock screener. So something that will allow people to discover stocks more easily. In a stock screener, you can basically say that, all right, give me all the stocks in the tech industry or in whatever else industry. I want the stock to also have a revenue growth last year that is bigger than 5%, and I want them to have a price-to-book ratio that is less than 10, and give me all the stocks that match those 3 criteria, and it's going to give them to you. It's a way to discover stocks more easily, basically. I guess that would, yeah.
First, congratulations for the project. It's really nice. Bravo!
Thank you.
Question. When you buy a stock there, is it meant to be like a paper trading where you're simulating, or do you actually...
Oh no, it's just a simulation. So this app is just used to track your portfolio. Like I couldn't have connected it to the broker account. And this is actually very interesting because one of the main challenges to making this a real application right now is that there is no way to get client data. So somebody has a broker account at Boursorama. They use Boursorama to buy their stocks. and they bought a stock. I have no way of knowing that they bought a stock because I can't connect my website to Boursorama. But what's interesting is that starting from January 2018, there's a new European-wide regulation that's coming in place, and it's going to force the banks to actually share their clients' data with the client's consent with third-party apps. So this takes away like this challenge, for example, where you don't know what's going on for real, and it stops being simulation. It's like more closely tracks your portfolio. Yes.
When you want to remove stocks, you have to remove the 10 tickets, or you can remove.
Oh no, you can remove as many as you want. So how many Facebook stocks do you want to sell?
2. Just 2. Yeah.
2. All right.
Any other question?
Yes.
Usual one.
Code quality, I know. So at the beginning, I took it pretty seriously because, I mean, nice code it's better to read, it's more easily debugged. But then it went a bit downhill from there. But I guess it's a good quality in the sense that I really separated my stuff. I have like a helper function file, and I only get I almost never write functions inside the view component. I just get them from that file. It's very small functions. I have only like 2 or 3 functions that are more than 20 lines. The rest is like 10 lines or less. So yeah, I could have commented my code more, I guess. I don't have any docs, but I guess that's more of a time constraint too, like given that we have to do this in 2 weeks.
On one more question.
Yeah.
On the news field, on the first page,
yes.
homepage, what do you use to make the link with news? Or
yeah. The API that I use is AEX. It's an exchange in the US, and they actually give you the news related to the stocks. So they handle the part of collecting the news, but I receive the news feeds from them, which is very nice.
Okay.
Yes?
Same question as before. Do you want to carry on with this project?
I'm not sure because, first of all, it's a very complicated project, and I'm not sure I want to do it right now, but I'm definitely going to keep working on it as a side project, but I'm not sure if I'm going to make it for real. Like, I'm keeping this as a possibility, but I'm also more tempted by, like, learning some more in the first year or so, because, I don't know, we'll see.
And then because I know a startup from Belgium that is actually developing the same, but for cryptocurrencies.
All right, yeah.
Yeah, they thought there is no, like, clean way to track your portfolio. And they created a mobile app called Delta.
Yeah.
And they're actually creating a business out of it. So
I'll check it out. Thank you, guys.